So if you have your USB storage device, like this Lexer device here, you just go to the back of the screen of the TV. You'll find where your antenna input is and your network connector and your HDMI cables. You'll see on this TV the USB connection is right up there. Just make sure you got it lined up right. So plug in the USB, and there you stick the USB in the TV, and then the USB on the TV will read the files, and you'll be able to watch it in the media player on the TV. And to be able to watch your media files, you just simply have to get your remote and press the home button on your remote. It's like a little house button, and you'll have your up, down, right, left buttons. So you just go to your Roku media player. That's the default one. I think there is other media players that you can use in Roku. This is the one that comes installed on all Roku devices. You go to that, it'll load up all your files. Now it'll give you an option for all video or audio. I'm just going to select video. Now, if you have multiple devices on your network, if you have it hooked up to your local network, this will also work for if you have network storage. You can go onto your network storage drive as well and access your videos that way. But in this case, we're doing an EXT1, which is a USB drive. We're going to go into that. And here's all my home video files that I've put together over the years. I've showed this one before where I just show my home videos. Right, so this is like, here we go, home videos. Here's baby Robbie. This is from the old 8mm stuff that we transferred to MP4 files. So it's been very easy to navigate too. Another thing is with your remote, you can hit the right and left button on the remote, and you can fast forward your videos. If you hold it down, you'll be able to fast forward. I think there's also a fast forward. Yeah, there's a skip button. So if you use your fast forward skip buttons here, you can go through your videos quicker. So if you wanted to watch your home videos and skip through them, or you got MP4 files that you want to view of movies and other stuff, that's all available. Very simple to do. You don't have to have an extra media box connected to your house or anything like that. You just have to simply plug a USB drive into your TV, or even if you have a network drive. In the description of this video, you may find a playlist of other Roku tips and apps that I've talked about with using a Roku TV. And also check out some of my videos about free satellite TV, where I talk about all the channels that you can get with a free TV satellite dish on Ku-band, even those great big C-band dishes that still work. I got lots of videos on that on my channels as well. So please give this video a like, share, and subscribe. And thank you for watching.
Please hit the subscribe button for my YouTube channel and my other social media content. Also, I would like to thank my Patreons and the people who've donated through PayPal Donate with the cost of making some of these videos and buying products to review. Also, if you want to support me over on Patreon or PayPal Donate, it's a few dollars a month to help support production of my videos so that I can continue helping people with tech stuff like this. And thank you to all those out there who has supported my channel and my video work and online activity over these years by subscribing, by liking, by commenting. I really appreciate the interaction with you guys. Please watch this video in its entirety, which will really help me in the algorithm of YouTube, and also be sure to give this video a like, and if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel and ask all your friends to subscribe with you as well.
So here is the Telvis antenna, TV antenna, all that stuff. I don't know. Here's the dimensions of it. Here's the back of the box. Yeah, here are the pieces of the antenna rattling in there. So I'll pop this open. There's the antenna. We'll have the manual. The
purchase. Store. So here's a mount. I don't know how many people actually use this mount, although it gives me a good idea if you have a small pipe clamp. This gives me an idea of if you have a small pipe clamp, how big, how small you can mount this to. Because I got different sizes of mounts that I want to put this on. Cardboard. Here's the actual antenna itself. One thing I wasn't sure about is where the antenna pieces are, but it's basically like a TV antenna. The VHF elements come out this way, not very far, but I really want this for the portability. It is heavy though. This thing does feel like it's a heavy antenna. One coax cable for it. So yeah, there's the antenna at the bottom of it, and the extender VHF elements. Hope they don't break ever on my antenna. Get years of use out of it. And here is the amplifier. I think this pops open somehow. There we go. So there's the television. One question I am very curious about, because maybe the manual state that I'd like to connect this up to DC power. Apparently it will work without the amplifier. We'll try that out. There's the AC power supply, which I can understand because most people are going to have an AC power outlet where they're doing this. I don't think there's Hey, how's it going today? We're going to start now. Yes, 10 o'clock. Tech questions answered. Hi, I'm your host, Robbie Strike. We have a chat. Chat is there. If you want to have any questions, you could drop it in the chat. We also have a Discord. So if you want to come over into our Discord, the link should be in the description of this video, which will take, actually it takes me to a satellite group. I guess I should maybe use a different, maybe a more tech-related group, not just satellite. We talk about all things tech-related and satellite because, like, satellite really is
element of tech that is like that connects people is similar to like how radio is a part of tech. Can you hear me? One, if you can hear me, I'm just setting up my stream now. So move OBS over here so I can read my chat. Discord wants a login. Is that on your end, Ken? I don't understand why Discord would want to log in. I know they changed things with Discord. Greetings from India, says Janbia. Brady Giles says hello. Good morning. And hey, how's it going in the chat? We got 7 on today. So first thing I wanted to talk about today, let me just make this full screen just for a minute. You're going to look at my mug here for a second. Hey, so I've had one of these FRS radios. The antenna's broken off, but the antenna's still on. This is my trusty Cobra GMRS radio, but it's also a weather radio, which is sadly the government of Canada, in its wisdom, decided to shut down. And I'd like to get into that, I guess, to start the stream today. Is so on this thing here, you hit mode. I'm just going to show you, because this will be like archival in a little while. Or let me see if I can find it. So this is the weather radio service, and it's going to be shut down. So what this was is, with a radio like this, or a lot of like weather radios, I'm surprised that they're not just shutting down the English and leaving the French version going. Maybe that's what they will do. I don't know. Seems to be how things are. So this is Canada related. It's not US related. But I live on the close to the border. Hopefully that's not too distracting. So Environment Canada has decided to shut down how we are able to pick that up, and I feel that's somewhat concerning. There is a change.org petition for that. See if I can find it. I had it up here on my. Oh, here it is here. There's probably a few petitions against this. I'll drop it in the chat. Stop the Does it mean it's going to do that to me? Well, I guess we'll swap these around. Put OBS over here, and I'll put this browser over here. That's what I'll do today. All right, so here's the petition here. Stop the permanent shutdown of WeatherRadio Canada. I guess there's been the signatures on here. You know what? I'll do it now, actually, while we're on the air. Robbie. Caplex on. And, yeah, sign the petition. I'm going to sign that petition there. Rob, your support is not complete yet, blah, blah, blah. Would you like to chip in? No, I'm not going to chip in. Copy the link. Here, I'll copy that and paste it. Continue. Did it go up? Skip. Okay. So that's for the data centers. Okay. Here, I'll drop that into the chat.
I think that's the change.org link there with c.org. I got a better chat window here. There we go. All I'm hearing is French here, like at least in my area, because so how this would work. I like showing off my radios. I've had this radio for over 20 years. This little Cobra. The battery still works surprisingly. It's a lithium battery. I hear a faint station. I'm in my basement, so I'm not going to hear everything. I think I'm just going to hear the French version of that. Anyway, I have heard English in different areas, but yeah, that's anyway. That's what it is. So I will. Let me see here. Forgot. I do have a CTV News article here on that. Make this big here. And I'll go to display. Here we go. Environment Canada. This is from CTV Newsberry. Environment Canada to here. Let's just use this here. So listen. Oh, sorry, my bad. I didn't have the desktop audio up. I'll do that again. My apologies. I thought this was being read here on air. Do this again.
Environment Canada to end weather radio and telephone services. A weather radio to hear the latest weather information from Environment Canada is shown. Environment Canada. If you're used to getting weather information through Environment Canada's WeatherRadio and Hello Weather services, they will soon be taken off the air. WeatherRadio gives Canadians access to weather heard in both English and French through the radio, broadcast across different frequencies within a radius of 60 kilometres. Pacific WeatherRadio's receivers, while free to operate, need to be purchased and are available through a variety of retailers, according to Environment Canada. Many communities across the Simcoe-Muskoka region have access to WeatherRadio, including Collingwood at 162.475, Kawartha Lakes and Orillia at 162.400, and Parry Sound at 88.9 on the FM dial. Hello Weather is an automated telephone service that gives those same weather updates, but instead of changing the dial on your radio, you pick up the phone, dial a toll-free number and enter your location code.
But you have to have cell phone and data. I guess in that case, you have to have a cell phone. That's what they're... See, yeah, you get decision makers who live in a big city in Canada, and they don't know what it's like for rural people. Like when you go camping, this was nice to have while camping, to be able to get weather reports. I go camping in some dead zone, right? Anyway, they just think everyone's just going to have a cell phone now and pay for data and all that.
Starting March 16, people will no longer be able to access weather information heard through WeatherRadio, but rather the National Weather Centre is encouraging the public to download the free mobile app or visit the interactive weather map on the website. The WeatherRadio service was launched in 1976 and upgraded in 2004. The upgrade involved specific area messaging coding SANE technology, which could alert specific areas to extreme weather like tornadoes and storms. The National Weather Centre's official document on WeatherRadio states having a receiver or access to a batter-powered radio that transmits Environment Canada's weather information is as important as having a smoke detector in your home. Radio, generally speaking, can provide much-needed information in emergency situations like a power outage or in places where there's no internet or wireless connection.
Yeah, so anyway, I make some good points on that article there too about if there's no cell phone service, you know, these are nice to have. As I say, I've been camping before and we've had spotty cell phone service, but the analog, staticky analog weather radio would come through. Like, listen to this, it's staticky. Oh, I know. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna mute the Discord, okay? Because somebody's making noise in here, and it's just yeah, I know. I just the general here. How do I window here? Go here. Oh dear. All right, go. Oh yeah, this thing doesn't show that thing on it. Anyway, I'm just gonna mute the desktop audio for a sec. Actually, I'm gonna go out of Discord, guys, because I'm getting feedback, getting like extra noise we don't need in here. So I'm on stream. So but I will open up this Discord for calls in a little bit. I just wanted to go on a few things here. Sorry about that. Also, I just wanted to go to the official Government of Canada website, canada.ca, where they did have a thing there, WeatherRadio Find Your Network, and it just has the announcements that starting March 16th, WeatherRadio Hello Weather service will be permanently discontinued. You can get radio marine forecast via Canada Coast Guard. I don't know how that works. How do here, I'll go open the link here. For more local weather forecast alerts, visit Interactive Weather Map, which is basically go on the internet and get it, or get an app on your phone, another app on your phone. I don't want to show you my phone, but when I open up my phone, I already have a ton of apps. Like, I'm overwhelmed with apps. Does anyone else feel that way with apps? Like, I just feel overwhelmed with apps. Like, I want to just go to a website. I have a browser on my phone. And if your app is essentially just a browser page, like, why don't you just make a mobile website? So I was going to ask the AI about this. I was going to sort of go through this with AI. If I can figure out how to do that. Yeah, so there's the signatures for that. All right, so I kind of asked this before, but I'll ask it again. How many devices can you pick up with a weather radio device? What type of devices would you say are listed with those?
Oh, good question. WeatherRadio Canada receivers, the little portable ones you buy, they're tuned to specific VHF frequencies, so they pick up just Environment Canada's weather broadcasts. You're not scanning a ton of channels like a police scanner. Think more like 1 or 2 stations per area. Most models, like the Midland WR120 or the older ones from back in the day, lock onto 7 frequencies total across Canada: 162.4, 400, 500, 550, 625, and 850 megahertz. That covers pretty much every province, but only if you're in range, usually 20 to 40 miles from a transmitter tower. So yeah, not devices in the sense of phones or radios talking to each other, just the government's own weather voice. No ads, no music, just alerts for storms, floods, tornadoes. Super basic, but life-saving if you're out on the water or in the bush. If they kill it, you'd need something like a marine VHF radio tuned to channel 16 for Coast Guard updates instead. Totally different setup though. Want specs on a good replacement model?
What frequency is the Coast Guard frequency?
Channel 16. That's the main one.
No, frequency, not channel.
Gotcha. Channel 16 is 156.8 megahertz. That's the exact frequency the Coast Guard uses for calling, distress, and weather info. If you're programming a marine VHF radio, punch in 156.800. That's it. No need for decimals beyond that. It's dead simple. Most handhelds or boat radios default to it anyway, so you just flip to 16 and you're good. Want the backup ones too? Like Channel 9 for non-emergency stuff?
So did she say the frequency there?
Yeah, she did. 156.8 megahertz. That's the straight-up frequency for code.
All right, yeah, I was wondering what the frequency of that was. Shut the grok here for a second. So I don't know. I haven't listened to marine radio. I don't know if I can pick that up in my area. Okay, just looking at the chat here. I wish I could make the chat bigger. Looking at it on my phone here because like I need this third screen, so I'm just gonna look at the chat on my phone. Oh, and Ken's like, why does he sound British? I like the English accent. I think that's what the grok setting on here is for the voice to chat thing. So yeah, so we got Ken in here. It says sat phone connected to Skynet Terminator movie. We'll see if I can actually stay connected this time. This is DJ Sub Air. Is anyone else having issues with YouTube today? YouTube had some issues like last week, I guess, for connectivity. Okay, so anyway, yeah, so that just get caught up here on the chat here. Yeah, so that was the weather radio. What else do I need to say about it? There is that. You can send the petition to your local MP if you're in Canada. We got a few people. I know there's always people that chime in that are from Canada. Oh yeah, I wanted to ask the AI a different question, just because I'm interested in this technology now that we're on the topic of this technology of weather radios. How long has weather radio service like the one in Canada been around? But I mean, I asked that already. How long has the weather radio in the United States been around in other countries?
Yeah, you're right. We did cover Canada earlier. But the US one? NOAA Weather Radio's been cranking since 1974, right around 52 years now. Started small, just a handful of stations, then exploded in the 80s with all those tornado warnings. Other countries? It's spotty. Australia has their own VHF weather broadcasts, kinda like ours, but they've only been consistent since the 90s. Japan runs something similar on FM, been going since the 70s. Mexico's got a basic setup too, but it's newer, maybe 20 years? Honestly, Canada's version was one of the first anywhere, 1976, so we're kind of pioneers. Just
Except
sucks
the
they're pulling.
Except the US had it 2 years earlier, I guess, for 74.
Yeah, spot on. NOAA kicked off in 74, so they beat Canada by 2 years. But honestly, Canada's was built almost the same way. Same VHF band, same idea of voice alerts for storms and floods. Just quieter rollout. If you're counting, that puts the US at 52 years now, Canada at 50. Still, both are old school relics. Most folks just grab alerts off their phones these days. Kinda wild how fast tech moved past them.
Yeah, and I guess the question I would pose here to the chat, if they want to chime in on this, is where do you feel, is this old technology and we don't need it anymore? Or do you feel that this is still necessary? I mean, I do see the benefits to this, and it's analog technology. So like you'll get the staticky weather report, where if digital, you get nothing. Like it can just really botch and not work out. So I don't know. I didn't rely on it, but see, the thing I liked about it was there when you needed it. Like if I lost the power due to an ice storm, I've been through a few ice storms in my lifetime. The weather radio is one of the things I went to. Like I would. It's not really people don't talk about doing this much, but if you have like a state of emergency, FRS radios are kind of really nice for being able to talk to people locally. make local connections through an FRS radio. Because if the cell phone towers are down or whatnot, I think that's cool technology. Yeah, so I should ask. Just trying to think of another good question, maybe to search that would be interesting. Maybe somebody has something here in the chat. I can ask Brock there if you want me to. We can hear what they got to say. I know there's a bit of a delay. Yeah. I think that's where the government is thinking. Here we go. Grok, how did the government come to the decision that they wanted to shut this down? We'll search that up.
Let me pull up the latest.
Pull it up. I'm just talking to people. You go ahead and pull it up.
Hang on. Let me dig into why they're axing weather radio. Yeah, from what I pulled up, the government's own site just says, starting March 16, 2026, WeatherRadio and Hello Weather services will be permanently disconnected. No big explanation there, but other reports fill it in. They basically decided it caused the gear's ancient, like 50 years old transmitters, super pricey to keep running. Listenership's dropped off hard since everyone just uses phones or apps now. And yeah, they figure weather alerts are everywhere online. WeatherCan app, their website map, so why bother with VHF towers? One spokesperson told CTV it's all about increasing costs of maintaining the technology, and sites like outandaboot.ca spell it out. Aging infrastructure, fewer people tuning in, plus modern alternatives. No vote or anything, just a quiet budget call, I guess. Sucks for folks in the sticks without cell service, though. If you're chatting with people, that's the gist. Cost-cutting meets tech's moved on. Want the petition link again to push back?
How much did this cost to run this program from Environment Canada?
Digging up the costs now. Should be quick. Yeah, the numbers aren't super official. No big budget line from Environment Canada, but folks who've dug into it say each transmitter runs about $12,000 a year to keep up. That covers power, repairs, site access, stuff like that, and it jumps higher in remote spots. They've got around 185 to 230 transmitters nationwide. Sources flip between 185 and 230, so you're looking at roughly $2 million to maybe $3 million annually total. Not huge in government terms, but enough that with aging gear and nobody really listening anymore, they called it quits. One guy on Reddit even did the math. 12K times 185 is over 2 million. Boom, savings. Kinda cold, right? Especially when it saves lives in blackouts. If you're still pushing that petition, mention the cost. Might sting 'em.
I mentioned the cost. Yeah, it's compare. Could you compare that to the annual budget of the CBC, the Canadian Broadcast Corporation, and how much that costs taxpayers?
Sure, let's compare those budgets real quick. Yeah, so Weather Radio's running tab, based on what folks are saying online, is about $12,000 per transmitter yearly, with around 185 to 230 sites. Sources vary, but let's say 200 average. That's roughly $2.4 million a year total. All taxpayer cash, since it's Environment Canada. Now CBC, their parliamentary funding, the part from us taxpayers, for 2025-26 is projected around $1.3 billion. That's 1,300 million. Way bigger. We're talking about 500 times more than Weather Radio. CBC gets extra boosts too, like that 150 million from Budget 2025. But the base is already huge. So yeah, shutting down Weather Radio saves peanuts compared to what CBC chews through. Kinda puts the cost-cutting excuse in perspective, right? If they wanted real savings, they'd look elsewhere.
Well, if government were to cut costs, what are not essential programs that government is dumping money into that is not necessary?
Hang on, let me think about that one. Yeah, fair point. Folks love pointing out where the cash goes when they axe something like Weather Radio. From what critics like the Fraser Institute say, there's a bunch of stuff that gets called waste or ineffective. Their latest report from last year, February 25th, 2025, flags 8 federal programs totaling about $10.7 billion that supposedly don't deliver. Like the Canada Infrastructure Bank, $3.5 billion sunk in since 2017, but only 2 projects done, barely $93 million out of $13 billion approved. Or the 2 billion trees thing, $340 million spent, but they've planted zilch compared to promises, and audits say emissions goals are toast. Then there's corporate handouts, Strategic Innovation Fund $2.4 billion, or support for electric vehicles at nearly $600 million. Critics say they don't hit targets, just prop up big biz. Journalism subsidies, $1.7 billion. Same deal, no real impact. Regional development agencies, green funds, all vague, hard to measure, and studies show subsidies rarely boost growth anyway. Oh, and fossil fuel support? Some groups peg it at $30 billion plus last year. Tax breaks, loans, for an industry that doesn't need it. Way more than Weather Radio's $2 million. The thing is, not essential depends who you ask. Government calls them investments, opponents call them pork. But yeah, if they're hunting savings, these are the usual suspects. Kinda wild how Weather Radio gets the chop while billions flow elsewhere.
So journalism subsidies, which is like they give over $1 billion to journalist subsidies. Like that's CTV, Rogers. These are big corporations too. Like they're getting they're also getting funding from CTV and Bell and CBC and all that. I'm a Canadian. I'm getting zero. I'm getting absolutely zero, just so you know, on that. But Weather Radio, it just seems like, yeah, when it's like 3 million and they're giving subsidies of $1 billion, it is interesting. I'm just sort of pointing that out there, and as Grok is there, that too. Just find that interesting. Question in the chat: are you able to hear her British accent ASMR voice? Okay, I have it down a little bit. You want me to bring her up, or am I too loud? Because I'm balancing the audio between the two. I'm gonna give myself a heart here and a smile. There's an ad playing. I got my preview over here. I'm sorry about the ads. I want to make the ads much more conservative on this. Like, I think YouTube just, like, last replay, I noticed there was like a ton of ads, and I was trying to make that work out for you better in the replay, because I know there's people who replay these streams and all that. I'm going to open up the phone lines. She is fine, says Ken. Cool. I'm going to open the phone line up here again, and I do got to take a break. How about this? I'll take a quick break, and we'll come back, and we'll open up the Discord. There's a link, as I said, in there for the satellite group. If you guys want to talk about satellite stuff, you want to talk about whatever, we can talk about that. I think I addressed this as much as I can. I shared the change petition for that, for the Weather Radio stuff. Do I have a thing for that? Yeah, there's the Environment Canada website and the CTV News article. So these guys are getting the $1 billion subsidy. CTV, they get the $1 billion subsidy, but $3 million to keep the service. What do you think? Should we keep the service and keep giving CTV journalists $1 billion? Anyway, I'm going to go back to my VLC clip here, and I'll be right back.
Great news! You're not going to have to throw out your old TV to be able to get ATSC 3. You just have to get one of these zapper boxes.
And that was my Zapper Box video, where you can get one of those Zapper boxes if you need. I'm in an area where there really is no ATSC 3.0, so I don't have my clips like for like breaks. So I just wanted to, here, I'll go to my next. It keeps playing the Zapper Box one. I don't want to play that one again. Okay, well, do I see the chat? No sound. Was there no sound on that clip before? Or my mic? Or mic? I see sound on here. Sound now. Where was there no sound? I used to do a church. I do a church live stream. There'll be like people. There's no sound. The sound is terrible. Is it your TV? Is it you got this? You got it muted? Oh, yeah. Yeah. So we just did a piece there on Environment Canada and WeatherRadio. I wonder if I could still pull in. All I get is the French one, and I'm like, all I get is the French one. I didn't hear it in English. I have heard English in different areas, but that's when I'm camping. It's like miles from here, so there's probably like a tower someplace else. Oh, there's no sound for the video? Oh. I hate OBS sometimes because what I see like lines going through OBS here. Like, there you go. So like I'll see lines here and I'll see like the VLC video when I play the video. And that's just annoying with VLC. So I'll play the video here.
U-band satellite dish, and we're going to attach an HH satellites that are available.
I don't know if that's what did it, but that's annoying. Because it says VLC video.
Great news! You're not going to have to throw out your old TV.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know why these things don't work. All right, so we're going to go into the Discord now. Discord. There we go. I'm back in Discord. There we go. And don't go to your microphone on your Discord and be like, can I do the pop out? There you go. General. Here's the Discord here. There, there, and there. Yeah. Don't go to your mic and like when you're on Discord. I'll block that person. All right. Kurt, caller, in? Oh, yeah, I guess there's just someone on here, but no, not calling in. Okay. I will drop this over here. Thought we had a caller. All right.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you now. Can you guys hear Kurt? I'll know in like a minute when they hear you in the chat and they respond. Canadian Coast Guard. Here's their, oh yeah, here is this Coast Guard site. Blah, blah, blah. The Honorable David J. McGinty, the Minister of Natural Defense, is the Minister of the Canadian Coast Guard. Okay, now I made a show really focused on a Canadian issue, but how does that affect Americans? Like, do we? We usually follow Americans, but will this end up leading to in the United States them shutting down their NOAA radio service quietly? What do you think, Kurt?
I hope not.
Yeah.
There's a lot of weather radios out there. Really fill up the landfill.
Yeah. I mean, my go-to is having a scanner. There still is school buses in my area that still have analog radio, which is kind of handy for road condition reports. So I can tune into the school, and sometimes that's like when they're driving is during those rush hour times of the day, where having a scanner is kind of handy. You could also hear in my area. What else uses analog? I'm not sure if I could say cabs anymore. I just know of a few school bus companies, I guess, that still use analog, where a lot of industry has gone to using digital radios. I mean, you can get a plug-in that will tune that in, that you can, listen to it on and through a software-defined radio. But it's just that, I don't know. I like the days when you could hear a scanner. I mean, yeah, there is cell phones now, but there's. I guess one of the arguments for that is when there's a tornado warning, they have the weather alert radios, which basically your cell phone will go off. And I lost my chat here. Just wait, turn this monitor back on. The cell phone will give like alerts, but I don't know if you've experienced this. I've experienced this. Somebody a child will be kidnapped, and I get like all of our phones in our house go off in the middle of the night, which is like, okay, but did you have to wake everybody in the province up at 2:00 in the morning over that?
Don't you have a do not disturb setting on your phone?
Well, I don't normally get called. Like, if I do get a call in the middle of the night, it better be an emergency.
Right.
So I do leave it on because, like, maybe they might be an emergency in the middle of the night. But when it's an emergency where it's somebody went missing, why wake everyone up in my house? Just say, hey, someone's missing that I don't know and probably will never know. That's the thing with the cell phones.
Well, hello guys.
Hello.
Hey, Patrick.
I don't have anything than a stupid answer to this because it's stupid.
I don't like saying to something, it's stupid. You know, you present an idea and it's stupid. I don't like it. It's stupid.
Not your idea.
It's stupid. The shut down the weather service. It's just stupid. We're trying to cut costs, but the government's still blowing federal money on the stupidest things. Corporate welfare.
Like 2 billion for a certain country, but that's not the subject.
Oh yeah, funding drones to blow people's butts off, and I wish people saw more of this footage because they would probably be anti-war if they saw what was going on.
Yeah,
it's awful. I don't want to talk about it, but I've seen it, and it's this awful stuff going on, and yeah.
Okay, to throw the conversation off, you know that nothing is digital anymore. In fact, everything is analog.
How so, Patrick? Tell us how so.
Check under anything that is digital is just a manner of understanding what is beneath. So, digital broadcasting, digital this, digital that. In fact, it's still this analog broadcasting. It's the meaning that has changed. It's what we call a payload. So the meaning of what you're broadcasting is what has changed. So I can go deeper than that, but just stop me. You get what I mean or not?
I'm just trying to.
Hello?
I'm trying to get this thing.
I understand what you mean.
I'm trying to get these.
Still an analog signal, but it just has digital writing on top of it.
Hey, Kevin, Eggplant, I thought you might have been muted on my end, so I was just trying to make sure you're okay here. Yeah, you're muted on your end. Yep.
Yeah, I don't want to get like any like background noise on your stream.
Get a better mic?
Yeah. I have a better mic. I can try to use it.
Oh, there. I clicked. All right. I clicked the screen and I lost this, and then I was going to like presenter, but none of us have our webcams on. I got mine on, but I'm connected through OBS, and actually I can. It might kill the stream, but hey, why not? Let's see if I can do this. Show you the little trick here. You start virtual camera. I got to enter my password. Bring that off screen here. Okay. And I'll take this, and I wonder if this would work. Turn on camera, my virtual camera. There we go. There, I'm streaming in OBS now. See, there I'm here, and I'm here. That's pretty cool.
You're everywhere.
I'm everywhere.
Is my mic working?
I hear you fine there, Kevin.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, so anything new in tech for you guys this week?
Not really.
I don't know. I'm just sitting on my old tech. I think I'm trying to get rid of it. I need to get rid of like old junk I don't need. And
me, it's the opposite.
Yeah. I have two. What do you guys would say about this? I got two desktop computers that are pretty much unusable. Like they're basically Windows Vista era computers, so really not good for a lot of stuff anymore. And I also got lots of computers that are actually pretty decent computers. So I'm thinking I don't know what I could do with them. I don't know if anyone would want them for a retro PC or for the case, or should I just scrap metal them? I don't like to scrap metal them, but I could. That's where I could do is just scrap metal them.
Don't do that, please.
What's the case look like?
I don't want to update them. I already got like a lot. It's I gotta purge things. So maybe I'll put it on Marketplace and just give it away like for next to nothing. I think it is one of those things where it's almost just give it away for next to nothing to someone that can appreciate it.
Yeah, but what kind of CPU is in that? Is that bus?
It's probably only like a dual core. Like it's really old, like almost like useless.
You can turn it into a server.
Yeah, I know.
You can,
but I have like my regular
You can
computers
run
that I
Linux
have.
on it.
I know you can run Linux on it, and I do run all my computers are running Linux on it. See, but
Robbie,
the good thing for Linux users this year is Windows 11 came out and people scrapped their old i7s, decent computers, because they couldn't be upgraded to Windows 11.
Not easily.
That is stupid.
Yeah, well, it's good for Linux users. I've converted them all these machines into Linux Mint machines. I'm not a superior Linux user. I don't use Arch or Kali. I just use Mint. Like that's simple enough for me. Like I've got Mint XP going here. You know.
All my computers run like Fedora. I remove all my dual boots of Windows 11.
I keep it around. Well, I kind of it's necessary for me to keep it around because I got kids and you can play Roblox in Linux. But you can't always. What do you got there, Patrick? I'm going to put you on the spot here, okay? There you go.
Okay, what I got there, old car to quad, Xeon, like the same generation you're just talking about, and I'm using a DVB-S PCI card in it, and it's my main multimedia and satellite PC, so it worked well. 8 gigabyte of memory, a quad, old car, Xeon, the car 2 generation kind of CPU, and work well. It does work well, you know. So on Windows 7 though.
On Windows 7, yeah. I guess for the your satellite card, you want to keep the Windows 7. That's a thing where like if you're into satellite, you might want to keep a Windows XP or Windows 7 or XP will work for the what was that software that I used in Windows that it did satellite really well. Like it's for the satellite PCI cards, even the USB cards. Is it? I did a video on it. DVB Dream, yeah. And I wish there was something like that in Linux, but in Linux, it's doable, but it's a pain in the behind to get it working. You need to do a lot of command lining stuff. You have to set up a front end and a back end, and it's complex. It's not where in the Windows version, it just it's like a front end, and that works.
Every time you're touching video with Linux, it's always complicated,
Not so much, Patrick. Not like 10 to 15 years ago, yeah. But things are getting easier. Like there's a lot things are working a lot easier now. I mean, video editing in OBS, getting...
I see what you mean, Robbie, but I was specifically talking about capture card and DVB-S card and Resolve editing. Yeah. Resolve only works and supported on Rocky Linux. That it does work well only on Rocky Linux. So stuff like that is what I meant. But if you just talking about your NVIDIA card and stuff like that, it's kind of easier today. Yes, for sure.
Oh yeah, we got a question. We're answering questions today. So George asked the questions: where can I buy a 120 centimeter dish? Because that's what this stream is for, answering your questions. And George Garcia is asking, where can I buy a 120 centimeter dish? My answer to that, George, would be go to eBay. I find eBay is the best place where you can find a KU band dish. Shipping might be pricey, but there's no satellite stores really out there. Maybe there is in big cities, because where you have a lot of I would say like in Toronto, Montreal, Ottawa, it's very multicultural. A lot of people from different countries that use free-to-air satellite. So you might be able to find one through that means, but I find, at least the area I'm in now, you pretty much got to go online. I think Tech 2000 does sell some KU band dishes as well. So if you look on their website, they might have some available. It's just basically you're going to have to order online. And I find eBay has a better selection of dishes than Amazon. So there's my answer to that question if you're looking for a dish. I do have affiliate links. I don't know if you're the guy who was reaching out to me, and I just got the text about buying a dish, and I can send you a link. I just haven't got to that part of my day yet. I was setting up this stream in Linux, which was like, I don't know, my webcam didn't work. This thing here, I'm like red. Although on the preview, I'm like pasty white, but as I goes into my computer, I'm like this reddish color.
Are you using OBS?
I'm using OBS, yeah. Yeah, I got right here. Yeah. See, I'm using OBS.
Yeah, I have an issue when I'm streaming. Like the audio just pops sometimes. Like you hear like a popping.
Do you have a compressor on?
No.
Compressor.
I don't think I have.
Properties. No. Filters. Filters. I got a compressor. I don't know if I have my compressor the best thing, because I have no idea what a compressor is to begin with. But this is how I got my compressor settings going. So that's supposed to stop the popping sounds in OBS.
Kind of, but not really. It's not.
It helps kind of. I guess the good answer to that is it kind of helps. Yeah.
Or maybe half of the time.
Half the time, yeah.
It's not the right tool for the job, but because pops and stuff like that are more post-prod. There's post-prod solution for this, but not live, because oh, by the way, you were talking about Windows XP earlier. Those DBS cards I was talking about are let's just say Windows 7 for Windows 7. But back in the day, in the 2005, what I got is this. Back in the day,
is that a video capture card?
Those are a DBS card, the original one you can get back in the day, and the difference between this and the one I have on my computer right now is that this one have to decompress video on this chipset, on this chip. I think it's this one.
It does H.265 or whatever, 264 probably from.
Far from this, only MPEG 2.
Oh, it's an MPEG 2, yeah, onboard chip, yeah. From 20 years ago, yeah, it would be MPEG 2.
Yeah. So those were the generation you can use with Windows XP and stuff like that. Now it's kind of useless. It's like an old DVBS CoolSat satellite receiver. So kind of useless today. But it was pricey.
Oh gosh. So because I do a lot of tutorials, I have like a lot of people with like a 20-year-old ViewSat satellite receiver saying, can I get anything with this? And my answer is yes, but you're not going to get everything with that, because you want to get an updated satellite receiver for picking up satellite channels, because a lot of them are MPEG 2 and they're not going to pick up MPEG-4 channels. So you'll get like.
And if they can, it's hard on the computer because he has to bypass this chip, and it's another setup. So you're better off with a newer card, you know.
Oh yeah.
Like the receiver, same problem as with the receiver. And I'm gonna show you the inside right now. Here we go.
You can have XP. I have like a XP laptop here.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's like we're looking at Patrick here. We'll bring you up.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see, but the red one is the DBS card from DBS. With just a little quadro here, and it makes you the best receiver you can get, from what I'm thinking, because you can have you can read the 422 stream feed with that and stuff like that. You can do anything, even 4K. If it was not Windows 7, I could watch 4K stream also, but unfortunately my video card is not strong enough for that.
Yeah, are you showing there?
Speaking of XP, I have like an XP laptop here. I just restored this morning.
Oh yeah. How many cores?
It's a Core 2 Duo. It has
dual core. Yeah.
3 gigs of RAM.
Oh yeah, it's decent for Windows XP. And people are like wondering, why would you want to do that? But it's like there's certain hardware that you can only run on Windows XP, and then it won't run properly on any other version of Windows.
Yeah, I tried Windows 7 on here and it was too slow.
On the Core 2 Duo, Windows 7 should fit well. I don't get it.
Do you have an SSD drive?
Yeah. No, it's a hard drive. That's probably why.
Oh, yeah, get an SSD.
Nowadays, we can go without an SSD.
Yeah, the thing is, Kurt, I don't know. I have old hard drives which I've repurposed. They're and they're cheap now too. Hard drives are cheap. SSDs are still expensive. So
yeah, I know.
Because I refurbished like probably 5 computers, actually 6. I gave one away. But I just basically, I had extra hard disk drives, so I was able to restore several computers because they kept the hard drives in them. But they're mechanical hard drives. They are slow. Like I got one computer, if I boot it up, they verify. They're very on how slow they are. One of them will take a couple minutes for Linux to load up because the hard drive is so old, right? It's like probably I do have like over 15-year-old hard drives in those computers, but they still work, right? So I'm just using them, and it's just not for main like data, important data stuff. It's mainly just so that I can my kids can have like a computer to tinker on and play Roblox on.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying that SSD is the end-all be-all, but anytime I try to sell something, I end up having to throw an SSD in it. Even if I do a hybrid method where I have Windows, the OS is on the SSD, and I move their user directory off to the external one. So I'll have like a 128, and then I'll have a terabyte or two main, for their files.
That's a good idea. Yeah, right. And I can tell you that the hard drive are not slower than before. Is that we don't stand to wait 2 or 3 minutes for Windows to boot. So we don't stand that anymore. So
yeah,
that's anybody don't stand.
I think a solid state drive would use less power on the battery too, because it's not moving a motor inside the computer.
I think so.
Yeah.
At least the hard drive, at least the SSD isn't gonna crash.
Don't sectors of SSDs go bad though, or?
Yeah, they can go bad.
For that, when you just check this up, it says 120 gigabyte, and you don't have that. It's because they're reserving some cells for those that are gonna die. So they're provisioning space for the cells that are gonna die. So
that's why they do that.
Yeah.
You buy a hard drive, then you install, you format it or install OS on it, and it doesn't show that it's as big as what it says that it's going to be on the box. You buy it.
It's that. It's kind of that. What I mean is that for sure, there's the way they say 500 gigabyte when they actually mean 500 gigabits. There's also that problem because the hardware manufacturer don't count gigabyte in bits, but in actual zeros. So you gotta factor this up. But there's also the fact that they need to. I think they're gonna take 20 gigabyte for a 512 gigabyte drive. So otherwise, your drive won't last long. That's the problem, actually, because the cells are, let's put it that way, are kind of chemical, and when you're throwing voltage on it, it's dying every time you're using it. So at certain point, if it needs 1 volt to say it's a 1, and there at one time the computer won't be sure, the drive won't be sure if it's 1 volt or not, and it won't be clear. Before it's not clear, they're gonna write off this cell and use another one. So that's why it's not as big as you think, but they need to do that. It's the way that it's the way they do manufacture this device. You need to factor this up.
Yeah, hard drives are. I don't know. I still use large hard drives for all my video storing. I do actually have a solid state external drive that I actually have used for a couple of years now for my video, for the 4K video, because it can transfer the video pretty quickly, and it's USB, but it's USB 3, but it's able to handle 4K video editing.
And you can do ever better than that. You can buy
there probably is better, but I'm just doing what I got for like.
Yeah, but you know about NVMe and NVMe S2 cards. You can put those on a box with a USB, and it transform your SSD, your NVMe card in big ass fat and really fast
language
USB card. So you can transform your SSD NVMe into a USB key if you wish, and it will be way faster. Is what I did. I should show you mine. You will understand what I mean. It's transparent, so see that. Can we see that? Unfortunately, I cannot unhook up this, but I think you're gonna see. Let's put it that way. No. Okay. Well, I'm on it.
That's a long USB stick.
Yep. This is what I'm talking about. It's actually
it's an SSD with an
NVMe SSD.
Yeah.
Inside.
Here, let me make you bigger here, Patrick.
Huh?
Just make you bigger on the so YouTube can see you.
There we go.
That's gotta be handy to. It is a big USB drive, but I mean, it's also a big USB drive. How many terabyte?
Oh, just to 0.25 terabyte. I'm cheap.
0.25 terabyte, so like 250 gigabyte.
Yeah, actually, because it's what it just cost me about $5. It was to repurpose a drive that was not fitting in my computers because it was not actually an NVMe one. It was a how do you call it? SATA. The protocol on there's it has a SATA protocol on it. Mm-hmm. So I was not able to use those PCI card to inside my computer to hold this one. So I just bought a casing for it, and it makes me the fastest USB key you can get. Actually, that's the best way to get a fast USB key. Faster than.
Is it USB 2 or 3 speeds?
Oh, this one is 3, obviously. As you can see, the color is
yeah,
blue.
I can see it's blue.
Mm. Now that I did a thing for change.org, now I'm getting all these emails for these other petitions. Maybe I shouldn't have done that.
Used a real email?
Yeah, I should have gave a fake one, eh? Or you get enough junk email. I think I've done change.org petitions before, though.
I done one for, I don't remember what it was, but I remember I did one.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well. I'll just go into my email and I'll unsubscribe later on. So yeah, computer stuff. It's a good time night right now for refurbishing computers. I gotta say that. If you want like a desktop, monitors are cheap now. Like I've seen monitors at thrift stores. I even did a video on this, and they're like $20 for a decent monitor.
I just bought one for $8.
Yeah, there you go, right there. Yeah, $8 for a computer monitor. What do you got on there? Is that LMMS?
Oh no, it's my editing application.
Oh, it's editing. Okay, yeah. Your editing application looks like LMMS, which is editing. It's just like a music editor.
You see, that's my actual setup right here. 22, 27, and 24-inch.
Yeah, so like if you have a laptop and you want multiple monitors, go to your local thrift store. Get like $20 is like, you know, a really good deal for like an old monitor. And if it only lasts a couple of years, $20, right? You know what? Who cares, right? You just gotta have the computer plugs. I wonder if I have one here that I could show you. I have boxes full of them here, and I don't know if I could find one. I think
also on eBay they're pretty inexpensive.
Another thing you find at thrift stores too, at least the ones in my area, is they have. Here's one of the wires. If I can find the source of it. No, that's the laptop. Here's this one.
Which wire are you looking for?
Here. Like for monitors, for a lot of monitors, you need. Here, let me make my head big here. So for a lot of monitors, you need one of these. You know, you've seen these, like computers have been using these for decades now. Probably like an Amiga would have one of these, or you know, these type printers had these. Usually, a lot of computer monitors have those. If you do see them with the power supply, like the laptop power supply things, they may be a problem. Although the funny thing is, my power supply died on this monitor. It was given to me. This is a nice monitor. It's a ViewSonic. I have an LG over here. Anyway, but one of my laptops had the same voltage, so I just plugged it in there. An old laptop. I have a stack of old laptops that I need to get rid of. Here's that. NEC. That's from like, gosh. Well, it's a flat screen.
Quite old. That's 20 years old.
Those are really good.
Okay, I gotta Google that, Patrick. Is NEC still around? Not Google. I'm gonna grok.
Oh yeah. For a video projector, I think. Also, it's kind of medical. It's kind of medical.
Is NEC, the computer company, still around?
Yeah, I think so.
And what you need with those old monitors
Quick check on NEC. Yep, they're still kicking. Yeah,
you can hook
NEC
up
is
an
still
old
very much around. They're a
Analog
big
to
Japanese
HDMI
tech
converter.
giant. Been going
To
since
HDMI.
1899. They
And
pulled
if you
back
don't
from
have
making consumer
HDMI on
PCs
your
ages ago,
computer,
like spun off
you
that
could
side to Lenovo back in
also use
2011.
this,
But the company's alive and kicking.
and
Right now, they're deep into AI,
that way. So
cybersecurity, telecom gear,
with
and
those
stuff
two,
like data centers.
you can,
Just look at their latest
if you
earnings.
have those old
Q3
pesky computers
2026
that don't
showed solid
have
growth.
the
Profits up
VGA
almost
inside of
50%.
the DVI
Here's their
plug,
current logo.
you
Clean,
could use
blue,
those
classic.
two
And their
together.
Tokyo HQ, a
And
super
if
tower,
you,
still
like me,
standing
have
tall. For
really
fun, check
old
this old school NEC laptop from the
video
80s.
projector
Total
from
nostalgia.
the 90s,
They've shifted
like
focus,
this
sure.
one.
No more mass market desktops.
All right, so I
Electro
didn't no
home.
pause button on the Grok there. Sorry about that. I was wondering, like, should I pause Grok or pause Patrick? I had two people talking at once there. Oh yeah, and I guess my audio doesn't pipe out to Discord. So anyway, I was reading something here. I should have just muted you, Patrick. Is that for an Amiga toaster?
No, this is for my video projector. It's a VGA to BNC plug with a gamma converter here.
Oh yeah. Because
those projectors are made for video, and RGB signal are too dark on those video signal. For the blacks are too dark. So you need this. You need this. The other two wanna show up. So if you want to hook up a whole CRT projector from the 90s, you need about 4 adapters.
If I unplug this, I'm going to unplug my headphones here. I'll hear Patrick and everyone in the background. Let me know if you hear feedback. I don't know if we're going to... Here, I'll try it over here as well. Although you might get feedback through there. I just had a question for the Grok. Is the mic loud enough for that? Does NEC own Lenovo?
Lenovo?
No.
No, I don't think so. Is that so?
Does NEC own Lenovo? Grok. Oh, I'm connecting here. Grok, does NEC own Lenovo computers?
Quick check on NEC and Lenovo.
It's a Japanese company that I think they're old.
Yeah.
Isn't that?
Yeah.
No, NEC doesn't own Lenovo computers. It's actually the other way around, kinda. Back in 2011, they set up a joint venture called Lenovo NEC Holdings. Lenovo took 51% control, NEC 49%. That made him the biggest PC player in Japan, selling under both brands. By 2016, Lenovo bought out most of NEC's share, jumping to 95%. So now Lenovo basically runs it. NEC still hangs on to a tiny 5% sliver, but the computers, they're Lenovo's show. The deal's been extended through 2026, and from what I see...
Yeah, so yeah, okay, it's so Lenovo owns NEC, yeah.
Lenovo owns NEC, isn't it? That's...
Yeah. I don't know if that audio went through there. I wanted the audio to kind of go through the Discord as well. I don't know if that helps, but there is a way of setting it up, but it was like a little complicated and time consuming. Is there a Discord thing where my desktop audio can go into Discord?
Ask Grok.
Yeah.
I just used the desktop audio.
Sorry, let me just get you. This might be a tech tutorial in the making here. What was that, Patrick? Let me plug my headphones in here. Sorry, what did you use, Patrick? Or no, Kevin?
I just used the desktop audio.
In Discord?
In OBS.
Yeah, no, I know that. That's what I'm using here. But I also want the audio from my computer when I do a audio search to go into the Discord so you guys can hear that as well.
That's a good question, actually.
Yeah. Here, I'm just gonna move the screen here. I'm gonna go into the settings. I think I progged in the settings here, and for microphone, it has input profile voice. You think with Discord you'd want your gaming audio to go through too? All the buttons and details. So
by the way, Patrick, that's a nice projector.
Where is it? Do we see it?
That's a dangerous one, by the way. 15,000 volt 3 times.
You have to treat it with respect.
There's probably a setting in here.
Respect.
Here, I'll bring this up. Maybe somebody knows. Is this backwards? Oh, it is backwards. It's forwards in here, but it's back. Oh, it's backwards in yeah, my video is backwards here in Discord. So here's the settings in Discord here. You can probably see it through the stream. What I'm trying to do is also have my computer sound come through here. So like say I'm gaming, right? And you want to hear the gaming audio. Is there a setting to enable that to go through?
I actually don't know, honestly. Let me check.
Yeah, that's something I'm wondering about, because when we do these streams, there is that audio issue where my audio from my computer, say I'm watching a video and I want to put the audio into Discord as well, so you guys can hear what I'm watching and not have to go to the YouTube stream, which is lagging probably by a minute or two.
I think Discord set this up automatically. I think. I'm not quite sure, honestly.
What do you have there, Patrick? That looks like a computer from 40, 50 years ago.
Hey, you're kind of right on this.
Oh, that's your projector. Yeah, that's the three-element. There's 3 tubes there. There's 3 cathode ray tubes.
Yeah, you should never touch those.
Is that the capacitor?
No, this is the entry point for the tube. The 15 volts, 15,000 volts.
It's the flyback transformer, I believe.
Is that like have a radiation sign on it, or is that, what was that warning sign?
Yeah, this is a radio.
Warning radiation.
So when you operate this, you better off putting this on. It's better for your health. And the problem with those is that it's I think it's about 10 amps to operate, if I remember. I cannot, unfortunately, the power supply is behind this, so let me see here. Not so bad. It's about 5 amps.
It's the same plug I was just showing you before, probably, right?
Meaning?
Well, this type, I don't know what you call it.
This is the
computer
AC
printer plug, like your standard computer desktop PC plug. This thing. No, not that.
Not that?
No, this. There, that's so people in the chat can see. Actually, you can see that in chat. In Discord, my chat's all backwards. That.
This is an AC plug, isn't it? For computers?
I don't know. You call that an AC plug?
Yes, an alternative current plug.
Yeah, I don't know what you call those things. I just call it a standard plug. I don't know, like they're on everything. Like every computer I've ever had. Every computer I have in the house, that's what they're. Computer power plug to a power supply. I don't know.
Yeah, all those are using those plugs. It's quite standard from. It's been the standard for I think at least 30 years.
What's the name of a standard computer plug that has the three holes in it? Let's see if she knows.
Yeah, that's a 3-prong grounded plug, or just 3-prong outlet in everyday talk.
Say AC
Officially,
plug.
it's called a NEMA 515, the North American standard. The two flat blades are for hot and neutral, and that round one underneath, ground, keeps you from getting zapped. Super common on computers, monitors, lamps, anything with a power cord that ain't just 2-prong. If you're in Europe, it'd be different,
This one
like a
site is
Shuko,
calling it
but
a
here, NEMA
NEMA.
515. Want pics of it?
Yes.
Here, 3-prong.
And it has like
Yeah?
third finger.
Yeah, exactly. That third finger you're talking about,
Or
that's the
C13 or 14.
Maybe. Let me do a Google search here. Let's just go away. Go away. Okay. Power cord PVC 10 AWG. NEMA? Is that what you had there, Kurt?
Everything is NEMA in AC, so
it's like a NEMA, or would that be like a NEMA female?
I cannot see what you're talking about, but a lot of things are NEMA, so.
Like this here, like this is what I'm talking about. This type of thing here. Is that referred to as NEMA? Because, or I'm wondering, is the term NEMA for this, like your standard plug, this thing here? But I'm also wondering what you would call this LME. See the letters LME on it? Does this one have the letters on it? Let's see here. Oh yeah, it does. I never noticed that before. There's like letters. There's letters on this here right there. If you look closely, there's a N. It's upside down. Okay. NH3L, and there's like a arrow pointing to the ground.
I don't have one laying around.
I don't know if I can make it here. Make this big here.
The technical name is IAC 60320.
IEC. How do you spell that? I mean, just IEC. Here, let me go. Oh, I'm off. IEC. What was it, Patrick?
6032.
6. Whoa, your audio cut out. Is that my audio?
It's probably my audio on my iPhone. So.
No, it could be my headphones. I keep getting this wire caught in this crack in the desk, and I turn and I'm like pulling. This is dollar stores, right? This is dollar store, so like it's probably pulling at it, and you pull the wire at the ends. The soldering's so cheap.
It's not supposed to last more than 2 weeks.
Yeah, well, it's lasted longer than that, but yeah, it ain't supposed to last. And I had a super chat. I just wanted to give thanks to the super chat over here on YouTube from Brandon. Looks like.
Oh, Brandon is nice.
No, he didn't die, did he? Brandon's here. Brandon Cross 2026. You got a new account? Hey, how's it going, Brandon? Yeah, thanks for the donation. I really appreciate that. Oh, yeah. I am nuts. I'm moving back to Michigan and the snow. Robbie, send me a shovel for the dish. Well, the government of Canada. I haven't talked to you in a long time, Brandon. We should talk sometime. See how things are going, eh? Still alive. I don't know. There's a thing on I didn't die. Patrick thought you died. We haven't heard from you in a while. Are you still running your Twitter page? You write like Bible WP at Twitter or whatever. I'll show it because like
Oh, your
What
ex
did you say? I thought someone died.
Did Paul die? He was sick. He's really like close. I don't know.
Yeah, he was still sick. I never said he was dead. Never said so. Still, I don't have news anymore for him. It's been a week, so I don't know.
Yeah, we've been in contact with him, and I haven't heard from him.
I haven't heard from him in a while.
What's Brandon's ex? I don't know if I can find your ex there, Brandon. I'm looking for it. Not seeing
so,
it.
like, do you still want the numbers?
Yeah. I got IEEC 60. And it's going to be backwards here.
India Echo Charlie, yeah.
I wonder if, there should be a setting, because I'm looking at the Discord here and it's all backwards. I'm going to fix that. Okay, here it is. Here, Wikipedia has it. At this point here, I'm going to read it. Have it read out here. Just like I like the technical terms that come through. Just drop the link in here. Here, I drop this here. There it is here on Wikipedia. So here's a C5 connector. I have a few of those. Those are for. All right, here I can unplug, so you guys can hear the background noise. Bring my speaker volume up, because I don't know how to pipe wire it into.
C5 connector.
So, is that all I was going to read? Come on, read. So this thing here, whatever this plugin I'm using is, here it has like a read.
IEC connector redirects here. For other uses, see IEC connector disambiguation. Several types of IEC 60320 plugs from left to right. C17, C13, C7, and C5 IEC 60320. Entitled Appliance Couplers for Household and Similar General Purposes, is a set of standards published by the International Electrotechnical Commission, IEC, that defines non-locking appliance couplers for connecting power supply cords to electrical appliances. These couplers are intended for use with devices operating at voltages up to 250 VAC and currents up to 16A. The standard specifies various types of connectors, differentiated by shape and size, to accommodate different combinations of current ratings, temperature tolerances, and earthing requirements. Unlike IEC 60309 connectors, IEC 60320 couplers are not keyed or color-coded to indicate voltage. It is the responsibility of the user to ensure that the appliance's voltage rating is compatible with the local mains supply. The standard uses the term coupler to refer collectively to both the appliance inlets and outlets, as well as the connectors on power supply cords. The first edition of the standard was published in 1970 under the designation IEC 320. It was renumbered to IEC 60320 in 1994 as part of the IEC's revision and reorganization of its numbering system. 1.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm just remembering my sister got a bunny rabbit, and I had a PlayStation 1. When did the PS1 come out? Over 20 years ago, 2002, so like 25 years ago, maybe. And so the PlayStation 1 came out, PlayStation 2 came out, and it had that connector on it. And then PlayStation being Sony being Sony, it was like expensive for that wire. But then eventually everything was using that wire that would plug into the back of a Sony PlayStation. Kind of looks like this, but it's more squarish. You know, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, the squarish
I don't see it here in this connector. It might be a proprietary Sony connector.
It's typical from Sony.
I don't know. I'm going into the connectors and weird things like that. Rabbit hole of that.
I got a trick for you. Useful trick if you wish to put back the mage.
audio. So I wanted to fix. Can I fix here? Pop out video. Show my camera. In my camera settings, change video background. I don't really want to do that. I want to fix this though. It's
the reddish
backwards.
on your face?
Oh yeah, I'm not on the screen. What I'm talking about is this. I wanted to fix this in Discord. Let's figure this out here. Go to my settings, video settings, camera, OBS. Always preview video. Background should be show stream previews. Show advanced stream settings. Let's see here. How do I change the mirrored? Where's the mirrored setting?
Okay.
Mirrored. Advanced, so diagnostics. There's some camera settings. Show advanced video settings. Okay. Automatic gain control. No audio detected warning. Show switch video channel warning. Service. No turn the mirrored off setting. Why is there no turn the mirrored off setting? The mirror part. That's annoying. Oh well. Is Patrick talking there? No. Oh. Hello? Oh. Stupid headphones. There, these dollar store headphones did in. I couldn't hear you because so I have this and I have this crack in my desk and it kept catching that and I kept turning my head and yanking the wire. I yanked it enough to break this dollar store. They should give me like a good pair of headphones from the dollar store, like these $5 headphones. Like it's in the garbage now pretty much because they're so darn cheap.
My headphones were given to me.
Yeah.
Mine are razors.
I go through so many of these dollar store headphones.
And the amount of headphones I've gone through to the dollar store is like a lot.
I'm like talking to you guys and I didn't hear you at all.
Oh.
Because I'm like, I don't know, I can't show you what like my green screen and all that, but my setup. But this desk, it's like a section desk and it has like a big crack in it where this wire just kept falling in and like hooking into it and then yanking the wire every time I moved my head and looked around. What a pain. Someone's in the chat there. Or do they anything new in the chat? Brandon. No, I didn't think you crossed. I didn't think you died. I just thought I remember you saying a few times you were getting away from the internet or something like that. Yeah. I lost the chat. How did I do that? I go click on live chat. There we go. I'm like using my phone because I got my bifocals on so I can like read the text if I do this. I'm just looking at it through my cell phone. Yeah. These are not good. What's the brand on these? I probably have a box for one of these things around here somewhere. I'm gonna switch to red. Like I was thinking about this too. Like I could put a piece of tape over this crack on my desk. It's not really a crack. It's just like the desk is connected together, right? But then where it's screwed together, there's a big crack in it. It's not flush together. There's like a little bit of enough for one of these wires. Oh. got another pair. These are old. I can tell they're old because the headphone part, the styrofoam feels hard. Like it hardens after a while. Like when you first buy these things, I don't know why I buy them. Probably because I like headphones. I do like the way they feel on me. Like they only have one wire. Like I hate when headphones have two wires, and then you're really getting snagged in everything. When you have the headphones with the two wires that come down and you catch it on everything. At least this one has that. I know there's Bluetooth, but I don't want to use Bluetooth. I don't want extra electromagnetic radiation. I already have enough electromagnetic radiation all around me. It's like fluff on that. And the dollar store, they're so ashamed of this brand. They don't even put their name on these things. Like they're ashamed of that.
I think it's Electra.
Yeah,
Electros.
Yeah.
I thought they stopped selling this model of headphones.
No, they have a whole whack of headphones at the dollar store. What I'm seeing what I see at Dollarama, at least Dollarama anyway, I'm seeing less and less tech things now because everything's cell phone accessories. That's all they care about now, right? They're basically going the way of Radio Shack. Like, I think you can buy a computer mouse there, like a really cheap. I do have a computer mouse from Dollarama, but they actually have wireless computer mice that they sell there. They're cheap or whatever. And I did buy a few cheap ones. Now I spent like, I don't know, this new mouse that I have right here, I spent probably $40 on. It's a wired mouse. I didn't want a wireless because then I got to, the battery stopped working when I need it, so I don't want that. And
actually have Dollar Tree.
You cut out there, Kurt.
So you still have dollar stores?
We have like 2 in this area. We have Dollar Trees, and we have another branded store called Dollarama. I haven't been to Dollar Tree in a while though. And
didn't Dollar Tree go to $1.25 though?
Oh yeah,
here in the States.
Yeah. Oh yeah, everything has like inflation is. So these headphones. Oh yeah, and they're like rattling around too. I could hear so. When I move my head, they're so cheap. The speaker in it is like not tight in here. I hear it like fluttering around, like it's shaking around inside the headphone. Yeah, there's Dollar Tree, and then there is Dollarama. Dollarama is pretty big in Canada. It's like probably one of those Ontario, Quebec type stores. Maybe they're not all over the place.
Yeah, where I live, there like pretty much every town has a Dollarama.
Yeah, I liked the old dollar stores that were like the mom and pop independent dollar stores. Used to be a bunch of those, and they had like they had a lot of tech there that was like useful adapters. It was essentially like at times, like back in the early 2000s, was like Radio Shack was. You could get like an antenna adapters galore. There was this, I don't know what the brand was called, Chateau brand stuff.
Yeah, I remember that brand. Yeah, I missed those mom and pop dollar stores.
Sometimes they were better than the Dollarama, but I think Dollarama had better prices or whatever.
The one in my area, we used to have one in my area, but it closed like I think last year.
Yeah, Dollarama. Yeah, it's just like the cheap store, and there's groceries at like for example Dollarama, and what else did I get? These lights are from Dollarama. So my lights for my YouTube channel are just a couple ring lights that I got. I bought some, but actually I like the ring lights. because for my green screen effect. I have these big lamp lights, like you have to open up an umbrella, and I was setting those things up. But then it was just to make the green screen work better. But then I got these cheap, a USB plug ring lights. I got 2 of them here. I got one here and I got one there to kind of light up the green screen, so that makes it more of a good green color so that it works in the background.
Yeah, I used to have one right here back in my webcam for my Linux tips videos.
This phone works with Discord. Here, I'm going to connect to this. I'm going to connect to Discord with my cell phone. So maybe you'll hear my audio different. This will work, though. It'll work for the stream. Let me get this going here. If I can find Discord on my phone. Discord, I'll type it. See, that's the problem when they want people to have apps on their phone. I'm like, okay, where's Discord? I got 1,000 apps on my phone. I can't even find Discord, so I got to search Discord because it's like, so the whole government, just get an app on your phone. How do I spell Discord? DIS.
Yeah.
So that's where I hate having an app for everything that could just be a web page. And
yeah, I can relate.
Yeah. So I'm gonna. How will this work? Because your audio. Join voice. So I'm going to join the voice with my phone. See how this works here.
Is my audio bad or?
I think your audio is fine.
Oh, okay.
This might ruin the call here, but I'll give it a try. Join call. It's not even working. Yeah, this one here too. See, like I'm pulling the wire is pulling on the headphone because I just have the wire caught in my arm here. I've ruined so many headphones with this. And then the Bluetooth headphones, like I got this Bluetooth headphone, like it's like a headband headphone thing. I do use it from time to time. And this is the idea for this is you can like wear it while you're sleeping, so you don't wreck it like how I've wrecked all these dollar store ones. But the battery only lasts a few hours. Yeah, I'm not going to be joining.
While you sleep, they get discharged.
Yeah, I got it fully charged now, but it's. So I buy a lot of headphones. I buy headphones like how an addict buys cigarettes. I buy headphones.
Yeah, I bought tons of headphones from the dollar store, and they all like ended up in the trash at the end. So I bought so many headphones. Those one are my best friend that gave them to me. Those are razors.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I might just
gave them.
I might just spend the money and then go to Canada Computer and get some decent headphones.
You're not going to go to eBay or something?
I could do that too. Yeah. Anyway. Brandon in the chat. Here we are. I'm trying to read the chat. Here it is. Still alive. Things are going well. Robbie thought I died. LOL. I didn't think you died, but I thought you went away from the internet. Why I got into FDA. Getting away from YouTube so much and not so much Facebook. Sometimes I like to see sense of humor. I'm a Christian comedian and tech like Robbie, but I can't go too far in comedy. No one is perfect, LOL. I heard a lot of Canadian Tire, LOL. Talk later, bro. I'll be back. Yeah. Small stream today. It didn't pull in a whole lot of viewers, but
how much did your stream pull?
About 68 views. It's not huge amounts today, but I don't know. I had a good time. I enjoyed them. I have some chat tech chat. I don't know what the title. I was trying to think of a better title, and I kind of came up with answer your questions live, but then I also answer my own questions live. But I like to have a topic to start off with. So who is making the noise? I'm going to mute you.
Oh, could it be me?
Yep. There we go. You're on mute there. All right. And it's so backwards here on this thing.
Is it like reversed?
Yeah, it's reversed. I was trying to figure out. I was looking in the settings there for the demirroring effect. Unless it's OBS virtual camera. Nope. It's a Discord setting where it basically turns your camera backwards, like you're seeing up here, right above me here, up there. Everything's backwards.
Oh, okay, yeah, I've seen it now.
Yeah, it's over on the Discord thing there, not on the stream.
I thought it was on the stream. I was like, but no, I see it now.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a way you could. I'm pretty sure there's a way you can change that.
You would think.
So, Robbie, you been watching anything good on TV?
No, I just mainly put on news. I did watch a bit of the Olympics, but and how was I watching the Olympics? I had to go for Canadian Olympics. I had to download this thing on my TV called CBC Gem, and then I could watch.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, so it was through the CBC, and then just go to like the Ottawa channel, because that's what CBC thought. Their idea of shutting down all the repeaters on throughout the country for their over-the-air broadcasts, and then everyone can just stream CBC. But then it's like really.
Don't you get CKWS?
CKWS does not carry the Olympics. It carries. So they used to carry CBC programming, but then they switched. Like they were probably one of the last, up to like about 10 years ago, the last independent CBC affiliate TV station in Canada. And then they went with CTV for a while. So basically their news and a lot of their shows were predominantly CTV shows. And now they're part of the Global Television Network, which is owned by Chorus Entertainment. And it's gone downhill from there, big time.
Well, I used to get that back in the 70s and the 80s when I was a kid. Our cable TV carried that.
Yeah, my cable carried CKWS too, and it was different. That's what I loved about over-the-air, like local TV channels back then, because it didn't have the same. It wasn't like a network affiliate that had the same shows as other shows. It had its own. It was its own being. Like it at noon, I would go home for noon, and I could watch on CTV. It had the Mighty Hercules and the Flintstones. The Flintstones were on at noon. The Mighty Hercules was on after, probably like 12:30, and then they always kind of rotated. Sometimes it was Spider-Man. They rotated the cartoons they had. And then CKWS had Leave It to Beaver at noon, and then it would have I Love Lucy at like 11:30. So it has some variety. There was variety even back with like less channels in the 80s. There was still more variety on TV. You had TV stations that had different reruns on at different times, so that you could, that was a cool thing about it. Now it seems like you get satellite, you get subscription satellite like Bell or Shaw Direct, or maybe Dish Network would be the same way too. And we have 400 channels, but like 50 of those channels are basically like a global affiliate from a different town in the country, and it's the same programming on that channel as like five or six other channels.
Does Bell Canada, do they offer like a streaming like DirecTV and Dish do here in the States?
Yeah, they kind of went that way. I don't even see any promos or any advertising for Bell ExpressView satellite. So I think the writing's on the wall for subscription satellite. I don't see any advertising for Shaw Direct, and I think Shaw Direct probably will do the same thing because a lot of internet companies also have like TV packages. So basically, they're like cable. You just get like a streaming, some type of streaming box with their proprietary software on it, and you subscribe through that. So. The sad thing is Roku TVs are not compatible with that. Where I like the Roku TVs and Roku interfaces. And for example, Bell, my parents, so they ended up buying a Roku TV. And the Bell Fire TV app didn't work on Roku. It only worked with Amazon Fire Sticks.
So you had to buy them a stick or a box or whatever?
Yeah, they had to get like an Amazon Fire Stick. Yeah, it's a pain. It's a pain. Like,
that's really that's it should have like a like you said, like the Roku app on the the Roku app.
Now maybe they do now. I don't know. There is a CTV app. There's been a CTV app and a CBC app, and they've done this. They've done all these different schemes through cable. So if you have a cable bill, for example, you can enter it in a code, set up a password that you're paying, that authenticates that you're paying for cable, and then you could stream it on, a 20, a device from the 2020s, not some device from the 2010s, because the technology's changed within 10 years. So that's subscription model. Now I don't even bother with subscription. There's so much free content out there. I'll take that back, fact check myself or whatever. I do use Netflix. We have Netflix here at home, but we don't really even use it very much. We were surprised we don't, cancel our Netflix because we really don't use Netflix a whole lot.
Are you at the lowest tier, the one that has ads?
Yeah, I'm probably at a low,
and all that stuff.
Yeah, I'm like at a low tier ad, one device at a time probably, or something like that, which is fine. Like I don't really. I haven't really been watching a lot of shows. Like, if I do watch a show, I've been watching like reruns of The Walking Dead. That's on the American version of Pluto TV, not the Canadian version. And then I'm like, I could just watch this with, and then I realized I could just watch this with a lot less ads. Still have ads on Netflix, but I don't know why I just put on Pluto TV because I wanted to see what was on Pluto, and The Walking Dead's on. Okay, I'll put that on. Where are they at on their, because it's linear TV, right? Where are they at Walking Dead? And it's like Negan, when Negan and the Saviors episodes of Walking Dead.
Yeah, I have a Netflix, but I'll be honest, I haven't really watched it in a while.
Yeah.
I mostly just watch wrestling. I watch like JCW now, mostly.
What's JCW like? Tell me about that.
It's the rap group's ICP.
It's ICPs. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's now called JC. Let me look at that up here.
It's free on YouTube.
Yeah.
They have like their own wrestling show on YouTube. It's free.
JCW. Let's Google that. YouTube. I'll YouTube that. If it's on YouTube, that's good though. Like if there's, because there is so much wrestling on JCW. Let's see what comes up here. Jugal. This looks like. So I don't want to play it to get a copyright strike, but I just wanted to kind of show what we're looking at here. So here we got. It looks like a saying Clown Posse type stuff. Here's. Is that DDP? No, it's some other guy. Vince Russo. I see that going on. Interesting. Is it Vince Russo's wrestling promotion?
I think this is mostly Violent J and Shaggy Two Dopes.
Okay, I never watched it, so I know some people love Insane Clown Posse type wrestling, and I don't think I ever watched. I liked Shikara wrestling, where it's kind of like comedy wrestling.
Oh,
and I watched.
That's news to me. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, that was like from years ago, so I don't even know if Shikara. They might have changed their name now too. I'm not sure what they, because I kind of got out of it. So like I was really into Ring of Honor. That was my satellite deal. Like I would get Ring of Honor a week early because Sinclair Broadcasting had it on the satellite. So I went to this satellite that had Ring of Honor. It was on 87 West KU band. I don't even know if it's there anymore. And that, so it was like wrestling that was on broadcast TV, but it was like at the weirdest times, and I was just in the fringe to picking it up. I would always lose signal for like either on the satellite or the over-the-air Sinclair Broadcasting affiliate that had Ring of Honor. So I never caught like full episodes. That was the annoying thing about it. And then now what got me hooked on Ring of Honor wrestling was they put their entire shows on YouTube. They might still even be on YouTube. They had like episodes with like Kevin Owens, who was back then, he was Kevin Steen. And it was like a really good promotion at the time. Like, even though they're kind of like PG era type wrestling, I was into it. I was enjoying it.
Is that the wrestling that was on Spike TV back in the day?
I'm trying to think. Was that TNA wrestling?
Impact Wrestling. I think that was...
Impact Wrestling was on Spike TV for a while, I believe. And now they're off. I guess so that was their big days. They were on Spike TV for a while. And then they went to Destination America. And I don't even know where Impact Wrestling. Like, Impact Wrestling, the nice thing is they're on Roku all the time. They stream, right? And it's like they're easily accessible, but I don't watch it. But they have like a 20 years of content now, or more than 20 years of content, because TNA Impact Wrestling, I was thinking about that the other day, how when they first started, they didn't have a network. So they were on weekly pay-per-views back when pay-per-view was still kind of a thing on cable. And so for it, at the time it was called Total Nonstop Action Wrestling. Then they went to being Impact Wrestling. And then now I think they're back to being Total Nonstop Action Wrestling. And they had their good moments, and then they had their kind of like, this is kind of like cringe, the cringe era of WCW. And I don't want to put down WCW, because there was times where WCW was like, I actually was more of a fan of WCW than I was of the WWF at the time. Like in the early 90s. I watched both, but now I'm talking about wrestling and stuff, but it was stuff that was on, TV. That was like stuff that I was watching.
Yeah.
And I don't even really watch anything right now. If they had like a character and a gimmick that was kind of like a little crazy, but a little over the top, but fun to watch. Like, I think I shared a video, if you follow me on Facebook, if you're friends with me on Facebook. I showed the thing. I was like, who is the most, somebody shared this thing. It was funny. Who is the most coked up wrestler? And it has like, Shawn Michaels, Marty Jannetty, and Jim the Anvil Neidhart. He was really on fire. He's like, ah! He's like just nuts. And then the Warrior comes on the scene, and they're all just so amped up. And you don't see that in wrestling promos anymore.
Yeah.
And how many of those guys, Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty, are still alive? I think Neidhart and Warrior, they're no longer with us.
Yeah. Have you watched the local wrestling?
We have Chinlock Wrestling in Kingston, and there is another outfit that does shows at the 560 Legion over on Montreal Street. And I think at one point I talked to one of the managers at the Legion, not the managers, but one of the custodians or something at the Legion. And then he told me we're never having wrestling here again because the ring scratched up their floor, because they set the ring up on their dance floor. And I guess people get slammed on it or whatever, and it messed up their floor. So I guess they didn't want to have wrestling there again. And the funny thing is, when wrestling comes to the Legion, right? Like the ceiling's not super high, so when they go to the top rope, they touch the ceiling. You know, it's like they're trying to duck so they don't hit the ceiling. So it's.
Yeah, we have one. It's a GCW LPG. LPW, yeah. It's really insane. Like this, my local wrestling show. It's like sometimes they have feuds with other local wrestling show. It's insane. Like you never know what's gonna happen, and you never know if it's real or not.
Oh yeah.
That's how. Yeah. They do stream on YouTube.
Oh yeah. Probably some of the guys I've seen before, the local guys that do shows. I haven't been following as like how I did before, but yeah. I actually been doing some VHS transferring. Oh yeah, and I talked to some of the guys, and I had like digital 8 footage from like 20 years ago. And I wanted to put that up on YouTube. Not this YouTube channel, but I was going to create like another place to upload some of my video transfer content. And I haven't got to that. I've been so busy. It's like a big project for me to work on. And so to like be able to upload all this stuff to another YouTube channel or like a Rumble channel or someplace like that. I have like episodes of the Tom Green Show that I digitized that may not be there might not be anyone else has a copy of, things like that.
Do you have the one where he goes to a farm and annoys like there's like cans?
I think so. I don't think I have that one. I think someone else was. If you've seen it, somebody else has it on the internet because it's.
I have a fun fact about this. That clip, the guy in that clip, like the farmer, is actually part of my family.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was in that area, so yeah. Anyway, it's noon now, so I'm probably gonna wrap this show up, and I'll be doing another one. I guess I think I'm doing another one next week. Are we flipping over to March next? Yeah, we're in March next week.
Yep.
I'm not sure. You'll see if you see a thing come up. I know there's a weekend. There is a Thursday in March that I'm not able to do. But yeah. Oh yeah. I had. All right, guys. I'm gonna wrap this deal up here. We'll talk to you later. I'm gonna hang up here, and we'll. Yeah. I wonder why that wouldn't work. So I learned something. These are called E. Today I learned something. These are IEC 6032s. Is the name of these places. I got a white one. No. I'm like blind. I would pull one out and I have a white one and I have a black one. I have like two of them here. You know, these type of cables. So here's the one end. Let me make my head big here. All right. I got this one here. And I got this one here. Here's your your standard plug. And there's the other end of it. There we are. There. Yeah. So I'm gonna forget what the acronym is right away, but that's interesting. I'll look it up again. I'm not gonna remember that. An IEC cable. Is that what you would call them? An IEC cable? And I wrecked a pair of headphones today. These here. Yeah. These are still soft too. Dollarama. I'm so ticked off about these. All right, so I do have an anniversary coming up, a pretty big one. How do I get this here? Go to YouTube. This channel you're watching on, it's got like a 20-year anniversary coming up soon. Let's see here. Yeah, coming up in the next month. So yeah, coming up next month is this account. I had YouTube before then. This account is going to be 20 years old. So my YouTube account. So what is the 17th anyway? Let's go to March. It's a Tuesday. Tuesday. I wonder if you guys want to watch me stream on a Tuesday? I got my thing on Tuesday morning though. I might do it for the Thursday. That's like my 20th anniversary of this channel here on YouTube. What about my other YouTube channel that I don't really use very much? My old one. Let's see how that is. I think that one is actually older. Where is it's a really old channel? Not that dig on YouTube. It's 20 years old as well. Make it one word. It's hard to find stuff on YouTube now. Before I might have to do it before search. Oh, you buggers! Block it. High Octane Basement Wrestling. What is that? This one? Yeah, that's Robbie. There we go. This one. January, February, March. Oh, this one's already older. Yeah. Oh, okay. Here's my other YouTube channel. I don't really promote it, but yeah, I've been on YouTube since January, but I never really pushed, which is weird because I called this channel RobbieStrike.com because I had like a website, I had that domain registered, and I don't really upload anything to this channel. It has a few of like my wrestling matches from a long time ago. Here's the videos. It has Pug's Thanksgiving, my bunny rabbit, and just like some old videos that I uploaded years and years ago, 19 years ago. Surprised it doesn't say that it's 20 years ago. Meet that. So there's Miss B, the Mississippi Monster, and oh gosh, this was my wrestling back years and years ago, and it's my brother Ben. Just mute that audio. It's like, oh gosh. Does his routine here. I gotta go to the washroom. I'll be right back. I'll end with this.
Introducing the former high-octane basement wrestling champion, Sergeant Slaughter. Yeah, and his opponent, weight unknown, face unknown, species unknown, Wispy.
That's Miss B.
Miss B.
And he's Sensei Slaughter, not Sergeant Slaughter.
Sensei Slaughter. The winner of this match will be in contention, will be the one who will fight the other guy for the next belt.
That's right. The winner of this match gets a title shot against the High Octane Basement Wrestling Commissioner, Tough Ted Carson. And Sensei's, ooh, and some vicious chops to the chest.
I guess his instructor taught him that chop. Oh, and an elbow to the chest. A forearm to the back.
And an elbow to the head.
He's perhaps softening...
And an axe handle.
He's perhaps softening up for his finishing maneuver, the Boston Crab.
And Mispy drops an elbow on the leg.
His stomach is sore at this moment. Now his back sore.
And he threw him to the floor.
These two rookies are gonna be superstars someday in the high octane.
Oh, and what a flip. Oh, and he kicked him somewhere.
That must have hurt.
And a kick to the midsection, followed by an elbow.
He must have a stomachache right about now, folks.
And a vicious clothesline.
You know, Sensei Slaughter reminds me of Luke Skywalker with that outfit.
Oh, he's got the legs.
Yuck.
Oh, and a slingshot. And the and Mispy the Mississippi Monster goes inside the play structure. And Sensei Slaughter helps him out like the instructor that he is.
He's doing fine.
Luke, I am your father.
Looking a little shaken up.
You're not my father.
Sensei Slaughter seems
As
to be in
Missy
control, but
would
Misty
say.
seems to have just caught an upper
As
hand.
Missy would say,
Sensei
I'm not your father.
I think that's me in the map.
Misty counters. Oh, Heimlich.
And he's gonna try to
Hard to know
pin
who's
him.
in control. This is gonna
But
top
Sensei
the
Slaughter,
back
he's reversed it.
beginning.
2, 3.
And he pinned him.
Anyway, so that's some high octane basement wrestling action from, oh gosh, it's like over 20 years ago. I mean, well, yeah, it's memory lane. I think we still have some of that stuff that my parents' house, my mom's basement might still have those things on the wall. We still have that play structure down there. Let's see here.
I am the best wrestler here in the high octane basement wrestling federation. There's no one in the back that can beat me. I am the man. It took me 5 years to get this.
Talking about something.
Oh!
Oh. Yeah, that was impressive. I like this guy. Who is this guy? I like this guy. These are definitely the people.
Yeah. Poor Benny. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, that was high octane basement wrestling. I better wrap this dealio up. Thank you for watching today. And we'll talk next time. Goodbye. On this now. How do I turn this thing off? Oh, over here. You want in the chat there? All right. Chat's over.